Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. And today we are talking about 3 altcoins that I think are going to perform very well in this bullish market that I'm starting to think we are finding ourselves in. Not that I'm saying that we don't have a pullback coming, but prices have definitely moved up to a point where it's hard to think that new bear market lows are coming. So I'm going to talk about 3 altcoins that I think are very well positioned to perform very well. Some are cheaper than others right now, but I do expect cheaper prices across the board on all 3. So as I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. Really do appreciate that. I'm going to try to stick to the paths here in the woods so that we don't get kind of stuck in the mud or anything like that. So let's jump right down into today's video. And so the first token that I want to talk about today is 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token. Now 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token is something that you may have come across before and you may not have come across before, but 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 themselves are doing some fantastic things around the world, specifically when it comes to telecommunication. So this is one that I think you're going to have to do some more research on if you haven't done so already, one that I think you're going to want to kind of deep dive into because I think it's going to perform insanely well. Now it is on the Cardano ecosystem. And so if you're looking for this one, there's only really a few centralized exchanges. Otherwise, you are looking at decentralized exchanges. Now, at the moment, it's rallied up quite well. I do expect a bit of a pullback on the price action side of 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token. But I think we are going to be talking about some ridiculous gains to be made on 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token as this bullish market really starts to unfold, as the Cardano ecosystem really starts to flourish. We're going to see a significant surge with these tokens such as 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token. Now, many centralized exchanges are yet to list 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token, right? And so that gives it in itself a huge opportunity to get in whilst prices are low. I do expect price to come down a little bit further before we do get that bullish market really ramping up for 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪 token. But I think it's going to present many opportunities for retail investors who have yet to kind of do their research into this one to take advantage of what I think is to come. So why not check 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 token out if you haven't done so already, because I do think it will perform very well. Now, for full clarity, I'm not yet invested in 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 token because I do think that I'm going to be able to get a cheaper price in the near future on WMT. So well worth kind of keeping an eye on, keeping it on your watch list if you're interested in 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Okay, that brings me over to altcoin number 2. Now, the second altcoin that I'm going to be talking about today is Bone. Now, Shiba ecosystem, isn't one that I've really kind of been positive about for the previous bullish market. Bone, however, has the tokenomics that are very interesting. Essentially the governance token for their ecosystem. And I think with the tokenomics the way that they are, a little bit of demand, and Bone is going to perform very well. Now, Bone is a little bit more accessible than that of 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 token. So, it already has got a pretty decent price to it. But I do expect price to come back down a little bit as we have a bit of a corrective phase in the market. And that corrective phase in the market is going to present yourself with a fantastic opportunity to potentially buy into Bone if that's what you want to do. Now, again, I'd say do your own research, come to your own conclusions. I'm no financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a camera on YouTube talking to you guys about things that he thinks are very interesting, including 𝗲𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 token and Bone. Now, I think Bone has the potential to do very well personally. Again, it's not one that I have exposure to just yet. I am waiting for that next move to the downside to be able to DCA into my position on Bone, and I do think we're going to see some pretty decent growth in that next bullish market for this one as well. Which then brings me to the last altcoin in today's video. So this is a bit of a brief video, just kind of giving you my thoughts and opinions on 3 altcoins that I think will perform well. The third altcoin is Findora. Now, we've spoken about Findora before. Findora is a privacy-based project, and it's built on the Ethereum ecosystem. It's EVM compatible and all that kind of good stuff. And I do think that Findora is going to perform very well. It is performing well at the moment in terms of holding up its current grounds, but it hasn't seen a significant surge to the upside or anything like that. Instead, we've actually seen it kind of in its range, kind of working its way sideways a little bit. And I think that's where it's going to remain until we see an increase in demand or exposure to the asset. Now, 𝗕𝗘𝗪 has had a bit of trouble recently. We can't hide from this. We can't deny that this has happened. It has. A few issues in terms of products that we're developing just not really being up to scratch. They own it. They've kind of come out and said, yeah, it wasn't up to scratch. We've got these issues. We've solved the issues now. It wasn't good enough and we're going to do better moving further forward. Now, as a part of that, there is some new updates in regards to 𝗕𝗘𝗪's EVM staking, which is now available. And of course, at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀, we're the #1 validator for 𝗕𝗘𝗪. So again, I already have exposure here. Pretty much most of the CC community pretty much do. I think we're #1 with about 134 million FRA in our pool at the moment, which is earning about 19% or so returns annually for those investors. So again, you can hedge by staking with 𝗕𝗘𝗪. Now, I think from the price action point of view, considering how cheap 𝗕𝗘𝗪 is, I think it's going to perform so well. I think we're going to see a significant surge to the upside, and I think it's going to kind of blow a lot of people out of the water with just how many gains this potential altcoin will generate. Very similar to kind of what we saw with 𝗲𝗏𝗀, with how rapidly it moved from those low ranges up towards those higher ranges just last week. So I think, you know, with World Mobile Token, BONE and FRA, all reasonably high risk altcoins to have in your portfolio, could potentially drive thousands upon thousands of % in gains on the crypto space, or in the crypto space for your portfolio. So those are the 3 altcoins I wanted to talk about today. I think they all have their own merits, their own pitfalls, but I think they are 3 fantastic projects, 3 fantastic altcoins that I think will perform very well in the bullish market that I believe is just around the corner. So I'm going to leave the video right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.